Today's high-end gaming, we're talking about Marvel games, and we're going to dip into a little bit of the Marvel universe and the franchises that everybody is going.
Trash.
Everybody's rubbing their balls all over because they love it so much. Because Robert Downie Jr. being a middle-aged
Robert
man.
Downey in Captain America.
What about him?
Everybody's in love with him.
Yeah, especially the older they get. But now they're both dead, so who fucking cares? Stupid.
Did you cry at the last
No.
Marvel movie at the end?
No, not at all. Because I don't care. I don't care about Iron Man.
You didn't care about Spider-Man?
No, dude. There's 50 million characters in that movie. Why am I gonna care about one guy?
I don't know, because he was your favorite, or like...
No, Thor is my favorite.
Really? He's a dummy.
No, dude.
He's like a funny dummy.
I got some fun facts about Thor too, actually. But
he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy now, right?
Yeah, he is. Well, he is. He is the Guardian of the Galaxy, right?
No.
Yeah, he guards the galaxy, literally.
No, he doesn't.
Isn't that what Thor does?
He guards Asgard with the Asgardians.
It's Asgard. It's pronounced Asgard.
Well, you know.
Well, hey.
Sounds like a gay club to me.
Well,
Asgard.
Oh, man. Wow, I forgot about that. That's funny that this happened the way it is. Oh, I just got to change a couple of my settings because this shit is way too loud in my fucking ears.
Oh, here we go again.
No, dude, just if it's too loud, I'm just like fucking, oh my god, my ears are getting raped nonstop by somebody else's mouth penis. But listen,
Whoa.
Marvel, I think they've made over like $16 billion, something like that. Maybe it's coming up on $20 billion after the new, what's it called? That Endgame, the Avengers Endgame, which I have to admit that was pretty popular. That was a super popular event. Like, there's not
I liked
that
the
many.
movie. Did you like the movie?
I liked them both. There's not many things that are so culturally impacted. It's one of those things you can't fucking go anywhere without running into somebody talking about fucking Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet and Robert Downey Jr.
Dude, nobody was talking about
goatee.
the X-Men movies like that.
Hey, yeah. Oh, Ed just joined. Sorry, you got cut off, Ted, mid talk, because for some reason,
just like in real life.
Just for some reason, Ed, when Ed joined, Fred joined, it just like paused the interview. Whatever. So Ted, what were you saying, Ted, about
I was comparing the hype to Thanos.
Oh yeah,
of the hype to the X-Men movies and Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I think it really fucked up after the first X-Men movie.
No, so I think we went through this because this is supposed to be at the video games. But like the coolest,
well, they have a game out, so we can talk about them.
That's what I meant. Is like the coolest part of the video games is the lore that of the original source material. Like that's the coolest part. That's why we like the video games so much. These games in particular, like Marvel games and Dragon Ball games.
Actually, you don't even need to like understand lore to like appreciate like a game like. Marvel versus Capcom 2. You know what I mean? They threw everybody in that motherfucker.
But I'm more inclined to buy that game because I like Marvel characters than I am than if I didn't like Marvel characters, I would never buy a Marvel fighting game.
Really?
Like I'll never buy a DC fighting game. I don't give a shit about DC fighting. But
DC and Mortal Kombat got a little few going on. They had
that is
games with both those characters in them.
Easily inferior to Marvel vs. Capcom. Right?
This is true. It's true.
It's second place both categories at the very best. Like 2D fighters, Mortal Kombat is not better than Street Fighter, even though the last two Street Fighters were kind of lame. But
as which ones?
What do you mean? As
like
any
which ones
Mortal Kombat
do you
games.
think are lame?
4 and 5.
Okay.
I'm a big into the early ones. Well, Fred joined us. He's our guest today, coming in. Well, he hasn't introduced himself.
You didn't put as many hours in Third Strike as you would have liked, correct?
No, because I went from Alpha 2 to Alpha 3, and I got really good at Alpha 3. And then I was like, all right, I played Alpha 3 for 25 hours, straight, whatever. I want to try one of the new games. So I went into Street Fighter 3, and it felt like I was just starting over. 100%. Like I felt like I was completely starting over. But I just bought Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I thought, well, if I'm starting over, why don't I just fuck with that game and I'll go back to Third Strike later, which I will, because Dragon Ball Fighter Z is lame.
That's okay.
It's too easy.
I don't know if it's as good as Marvel 2. But Marvel
it's just
2
easy.
is broken, but people love the broken aspects of the game. It's really weird.
Yeah,
they enjoy the infinite combos and the touches of death and all that shit is like real tech. It's not considered broken at all. Whereas in Fighter Z, there's almost no broken tech.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
just
got
button combinations.
Yeah, well, that's the
Z.
problem. That's the problem with other fighting games. I really, really like the 6-button attack model.
Yeah, I think I tried explaining that to somebody, like the differences between like a 4-button game and a 6-button game, and the way Capcom implements characters with 6 buttons, and it's like the weakest attack is always like the shortest range, and the hard attack is always like the longest range. So like you could like judge your range on
you have like a real. It's more like a real fight than like Dragon Ball Fighter Z is just you can button mash, and you could, if you're the best player in the world and you button mashed, you could lose to the.
What am I trying to say? Some of those options are on by default. Like the simple combos are on by default, and I think the jumping in the air as you launch a character in the air is on by default as well.
Well, no, I have the simple buttons off. Well, this will be our segment of what games you've been playing, because I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I beat the first arc. I'm coming off of Street Fighter, and it's just.
It's crack. The arc is crack. It's
which arc?
Stupid as shit.
No, which one? Well, there's 3 arcs.
And somebody's in somebody's mind. And
the story is absolutely. It's super dumb. It doesn't.
It's nice to hear all those American voices again.
Yeah, and then the moving around on the world map is terrible too.
You know, that's the funniest thing about Dragon Ball Z. Every time they make a new game or they do something new, the voice actors always gotta redo all that voice acting that they did in the show. Like they can't just rip the voices from the show and put them in the game.
That's good for them. Get that.
So like, dude, how many times do you think the dude Goku has relived like some of those fights and like some of those screams? I heard he was like passed out in a booth screaming before.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, let me real quick. My quick review of Dragon Ball Fighter Z. While I was super excited to play this game, I thought it was just too easy, and I thought Xenoverse 2 was better. You know, they're not really comparable with both Dragon Ball
the apples and oranges, Arena Fighters versus 2D Fighters.
But we're talking both Dragon Ball. Like, you can compare them as they are Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know Ed, you played both. Fred, you played both. Which what do you think? What are your negatives for Fighter Z? Oh, really? That's so interesting. Please tell me more. Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Well, you make a good point, Fred.
Yeah, it's just not even fucking talking. All right, whatever. So, Fighter Z...
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting, but...
Go. You're good.
That just makes me think about, like... Fighter Z2,
I was in the bathroom real
how
quick.
much better Fighter Z2 could be.
Go back to the bathroom, dude.
Dude, it was. I tried to hold it. I couldn't hold it anymore. I put on. I had the courtesy of.
Number 1 or number 2?
It was just a quick pee-pee. I tried. I was considering put it on mute. And next time I'll just leave it on.
No, you gotta say.
Hear it.
No, you gotta say the safe word, which is Oklahoma.
That's a big safe word.
Dude, it's 3 syllables. Wait, no, it's 4. Oklahoma. Yeah, it's just
Fighter
Oklahoma.
Z. You asked me
basically
what I thought
a word
about Fighter
you can't
Z.
say by accident.
Yeah.
Fighter Z, I like.
Safe words.
I like the graphics of it. I like how it looks. And even though it's simple, I do like how it plays. Because
Yeah.
it
Do you
looks
get the
good.
same
I'll
rush?
beat it. No.
Do you guys get the same rush?
No, I've never lost. I've literally never.
You gotta
once
play
lost
online,
a
bro.
battle.
Play online,
Dude,
you'll lose.
I'm not gonna play a game online that I don't enjoy the story mode or the arcade mode.
Well, the story mode's trash.
Because I'm not gonna.
How much did you buy for? Like $10?
Like $9, which I've gotten my money's worth for sure.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I hate it. I'm saying it's not as good as I want. I wish it was a 6-button.
Because you're so used to like Street Fighter.
I'm just doing the same attacks over and over again. It's not really.
Yeah, there's like one punch, one kick, an energy attack, and a dash attack.
No, it's not a punch or kick. It's weak attack, medium attack, heavy attack, and then there's ranged,
game.
and then there's the ranged. You're missing, like you're throwing your energy blasts. That's another button, and then there's on the Switch, on the Switch, the L and R, the two L buttons are for switching your teammates, and the two R buttons are one's for Dragon Rush, which is where you just like fly right towards them,
and you get a free hit.
Yeah, and then the other one is Dragon Rush, and the other one's like you do the Comet, the Meteor Smash, and so I'm constantly just doing meteor, and each of the medium, heavy, and small weak attacks, you just keep pressing them, and they're their own combos. There's no chaining. Like, I can't press weak kick, medium kick, weak kick, and do a combo. It will cancel itself out.
Well, yeah. Along with the simple combos and only weak, medium, and hard, it's almost like putting you back in kindergarten. Here's only 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Right. You can only basically go up, so you're basically doing the same combos every time, like weak, medium, hard, or weak, hard.
But you can't. Like, but even if you do weak, hard, it does. It's not a combo. It's two. There's button press 1, button press 2, button press 3, button press 4 for each button. You can't do weak button 1, medium button 1, and that be a 2 combo hit. It doesn't do that.
So you have to hit like weak twice and then do a medium?
No, I don't think I don't want to be talking out of school, but I've tried it, and you can't connect the combos in that way. You have to do like a jump cancel. I don't know how to fucking do that shit, and it's like these YouTube people don't explain it well. And like chaining combos. Okay. Chaining combos is
basically do the jump cancel to cancel out your recovery or some shit.
Something like that. I don't fucking know. Fucking game is. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna go through the last 2 arcs. I'm just gonna blast through them.
So you think the simpleness overshadows the complexity?
I think the simple. I mean, I think if it was any more complex, it's just its own fighting game. It's its own fighting game, and I don't really like the style. I like the style of Street Fighter.
Marvel 2?
I don't know.
Because Marvel 2, that's a
Marvel Capcom 2. I just played last night.
And 2 hard.
Dude, they're coming out with fuck Fighters. I don't want to talk about Fighters anymore. I already spent $9 on it, so I want to spend.
I was told this was a Marvel podcast.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to talk about. Marvel is they're coming out with a Capcom verse. I think. Fred, you told me what it was. It's like a Capcom verse collection. The Millennium, SNK. Right? Oh, they're doing the SNK Millennium. Like
Match of the Millennium on the Switch.
About that shit.
That's gonna be.
It's
no, I saw it.
Yeah.
It was a web page link.
Fuck with me with this.
No, dude, you don't even have a Switch, dude. You're afraid to get one.
It don't matter. I got a computer with emulators.
Dude, you should just. Well, if you have a computer with emulators, what does it care if a game gets released on a console to you?
You just get the Dreamcast emulator one.
Yeah, exactly. But I just want to finish up like games I've been playing. I just beat Link's Awakening on Switch. All the Windfish people died. Destroyed the entire island. Yeah, awesome. Good game. I think I'm gonna want to replay it, but I don't know.
What's the new Game Plus elements of it?
Did they
have
There
change
is
anything?
not. There is no new Game Plus. Oh no, it's just smoother, better graphics. It's
No,
worth
I mean,
playing.
did they change the story at all, or same
No,
thing?
it's like exactly the same. But it was a
That's
cool
good.
game. I enjoyed it. I would try and rush through. I only had to look up how to beat like one or two bosses. I only had to look up
So,
like one
all
or
the
two
people you
secrets.
slaughter in that game, was that from his dream or somebody else's dream?
No,
you
it's-
went
it's
inside
the-
someone else's dream, like Freddy
I-
Krueger.
I think it's the windfish's dream that you get caught up in, and when you wake the windfish, he's some cosmic entity or some shit. His windfish world goes away. Like he gets basically what happened in the game was the windfish gets swallowed by Shadow and gets put into a dream, and the Shadow are the enemies that you fight throughout the 8 dungeons of the game, and by defeating those shadows, you wake the windfish. You collect the instruments of music so that he can wake up and go back to his space travels or whatever the fuck. And
Are you sure it's not just another episode of Link being selfish?
I don't know. Well, yeah, definitely it is because halfway
He's the only one looting and plundering the land.
yeah, halfway through the
Who else
game they
gets
tell you.
prizes.
Halfway through the game they tell you straight up like, "No, you if you wake the windfish, this world will disappear." And you just keep going. Like the only alternative is to stop
He don't
playing
give
the
a
game.
fuck, does he?
No, why would he care? At this point, this Link has already like saved the world twice. I'm pretty sure.
That version.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that version of Link is already. Even though he gets like amnesia when he leaves places. So
I heard. Okay, this is what I heard. So the game that I have, Twilight Princess, he's apparently right-handed in that game, and that's the only game where he's right-handed. Is that correct?
I think it's the opposite. I think so. I think it's the opposite only because of the version that you're playing. So
you think it's different on GameCube than it is on Wii because of the motion controller?
Yeah, they wanted to have the sword be in the right hand. I think that's the only reason why, so that people could use their right hand. Because most people are righties,
This is true.
and I think that was it. Because in the GameCube version, I'm pretty sure he was left hand. Not sure.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought he switched. I can't really remember. I don't know why, but I'm
But
playing.
yeah, is that Link a specific Link or
Dude,
like?
you should go back and listen to our Legend of Zelda episode
I should.
because we talk all about it in episode 10 of High End Gaming, Legend of Zelda featuring
Hence we talked
Bina.
about the Windfish over there too.
Yeah, I think we talked. That's when we learned about the Windfish Dream. That was before I even got the game. But
That's crazy.
so okay,
you
so
played them all now, right?
basically, I haven't played. Yeah, I think I've played everything except the second one, the side scroller. But I basically, but in Link's Awakening, there's like Chain Chomp, there's Goombas,
Shit.
there's all sorts of Mario references in that game. It's pretty cool. It's definitely definitely one of the coolest of the earlier games that I played. Doesn't take itself too seriously, I guess.
That's dope.
So I beat that, and then I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is like kind of a slog. I've complained about that already.
When you do all the side mission, it is a fucking slog.
Dude, we'll have a whole conversation about that in another episode. When after
Dumbass size, find these fucking kittens.
Fred,
What?
yep, exactly that shit. Fred, when you play through that, once you start it, Fred, that's when we're gonna go through it because Rich is about to beat it. I'm gonna beat it probably in the next month or so.
Oh, Rich is about to beat it?
Yeah, Rich is storming the Shinra Tower, but
I somehow think he's gonna get stuck.
yeah, Rich.
I don't think he's gonna
Rich be
complete it.
getting stuck like a stepsister.
Sidebar. I have the news on in the background here. I'm mute respectfully, and they're talking about how Robin Hood has 1-star rating on the app stores right now.
I want to get to that. I want to
They
get to
locked
that.
everybody from
hold up.
getting GameStop stock. That's what happened.
Yeah, we have to talk about that. But hold on, real quick. Let me just finish my games that I've been playing because I've been playing the 2016 Doom, and it's fun as fuck. And I want to do a Doom episode.
So
'Cause the
violent.
game-
I love it.
Dude, it is.
I got the original remakes on like.
Do you think that guy
on
beats
Dreamcast,
Master
does
Chief
that count?
in a fight?
No, I don't know if Doom guy beats Master Chief.
Because Doom guy fucking doesn't give a fuck. He
Yeah,
He just-
no,
Doom
he
Guy
was
is
just
actually a
fine.
guy, unlike Cyborg Chief, who nobody knows he's fucking
no, dude.
RoboCop.
The Doom Slayer in 2016, Doom. They found him in hell in a sarcophagus. They found him in a sarcophagus in hell, perfectly preserved. They couldn't
Wait.
even damage his sleeping body in the sarcophagus, and then they put him into the Praetor armor, which is the armor they found in hell. And he literally they went into hell and unlocked this guy, and he's the Doomslayer. That's like what he is.
I thought this shit was based on Mars.
Yes, it is. You know what?
So Mars is hell?
No. So on Mars, they're doing some doctor, as far as I understand it, opens a portal to hell.
And then The Rock is in the game, right?
Yeah, The Rock's in the game with Carl Urban, who also plays Judge Dredd in the movie Dredd. So you got The Rock,
I thought Stallone
and you got
just
there's a new one. Oh, you should watch the new
Oh.
one if you haven't. Carl Urban, dude,
With The Rock.
it's really good.
Yo,
Dude, you see The Rock cursing in that movie? It's like the most awkward, funny thing ever.
Dude, so you got The Rock versus Judge Dredd in Doom on Mars with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall.
Come on, give the people the air.
Same
sick.
same game.
I see you at the Body Richter.
No, so it basically like you start off on Mars and like you wake up similar to Master Chief. I think Doom Guy and Master Chief would,
Sounds like an RPG.
if they fought, I'm pretty sure that the Master Chief has like is stronger, has more health, and has a better suit and is bigger. So I think Master Chief takes it, but Master Chief would go like see how the Doomslayer fights and be like, all right, I gotta the Master Chief could learn a few things from Doomslayer, if that makes
But
sense.
Doomslayer doesn't know how to dual wield like
He
Master
doesn't,
Chief.
dude. The way I'm seeing it is, I'm becoming a Doom fanboy. Is Doomslayer doesn't need to.
That's what I was gonna say. He doesn't.
He doesn't
to.
need the dual
Is that
wield.
his name, Doomslayer?
Yeah. Well, right now his name is Doom Guy, and once you like unlock shit, he becomes Doomslayer, and his job is literally to keep hell in check, or something like that. And he becomes Doom Marine, because the Marines find him and they're like, let's.
Oh, you're just making shit up now.
No, man, I swear to Doom Guy that I'm telling the truth. But dude,
If he keeps
Ted, you
hell in
gotta
check,
try
there's no way Master Chief can beat him. If he
No,
keeps hell in check, dude.
So
Dude,
which version?
Master Chief does some shit though. I just beat.
I know,
I
but
actually
he
just
has-
beat the Halo trilogy too last
But he
week.
has Cortana
Yeah, he got
and
Goombas over
the
there.
UN army helping him.
Yeah, but dude, the
Doomslayer's on
best
his
levels, dude, the best levels of Master Chief is when, levels of Halo is when Master Chief doesn't have Cortana, because the last couple levels you're just running and gunning, trying to stay alive with the Arbiter. It's you and the Arbiter running through the Halo ring, fucking slaughtering Flood left and right. All the guns in that, the developers did this on purpose. All the guns have like no ammo in them, so you constantly are running around, dropping and picking up guns, and just using whatever you can to fucking kill these things.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
I didn't
was
even
like
realize that. I'm about to go back.
you pick.
play
Yeah,
that.
you pick
Is it
up
better than the new Fast and Furious game, though?
What are you talking about? Of course,
It's all about family, though.
dude.
What?
Now we're talking about Vin Diesel. Yo,
Yeah, he's gonna be in Arc too.
Family.
you mention that every single time.
Did you see that CG trailer?
you know
with
what's
his
weird is-
fucking mug on it.
It's weird is that you bring up that he's going to be in Arc 2 every time I mention Vin Diesel, but what's weirder is I'm always mentioning Vin Diesel. So I don't really know why that's happening.
He was in another game called Wheelman, also.
Yeah, okay. Him and Jason Statham are in 30 movies about driving cars. Who gives a fuck?
Dude, I kind of want this Jason Statham stake him.
Dude, that's what I call our buddy Justin when he does well in Call of Duty Warzone. Call him Jason Statham because he saves our lives. Bicycle with pedals on his feet, like in that movie Transporter with the Asian woman he fucks.
Do you get Transporter and Jolt mixed up?
Family.
No, it's called Cracked, isn't it? Like because he does crack. No, it's not Jolt.
It's called like
No, it's charged, isn't it?
Charged? No. What's the? I think it's called.
Viagra, the movie.
it's called Berserker Dick. No, so those are the games I've been playing. Like Doom, I got Doom on PC that I'm fucking with. My wife's PlayStation 4, I got Final Fantasy 7, and on my Switch, I got Fighter Z.
Oh, listen to this, dude. So I went to the Goodwill, and I seen a copy, pristine, bro, pristine.
Copy of what?
Final Fantasy 7 for PS1.
Oh, the
Dude,
disc?
I was gonna get it. It was only $20. I was gonna get it, but I was like, cause like you know me, like if I see some games that are good,
Yo, you buy like
and
6
I know
games
those
at a time,
games
and I
could
know you
use
don't
a
play
good
them.
home, I'll be like, yo, come in the bag, yo. I got
Yeah.
you.
You should have
That's
bought
what
it
I
for
was
20 and
always
sold it
saying.
for
7,
300.
Come in
like-
the bag, man. Come in the bag.
And plus, I got that shit on ROM anyway, so it's not like I need it.
You
Yeah.
could have sold it for like $300.
Dude,
You think
Jules,
so?
dude, when Jules grows up and you can show him them older games like in the right order, and you get him into games, and he becomes a game developer and like, you know, makes millions of dollars, it's all going to be worth it. Is my opinion.
Dude, he's playing with like Legos and trains, but he's playing with Legos and trains on a tablet. I think that's kind of like cheating.
Yeah, he's already tasted the good technology. See, dude, imagine you're getting your nephew or your niece or something. You find Final Fantasy 7 that you used to own, and you give it to them for their birthday, and they're excited to play it. Dude, how cool would that be?
No, but like remember back
It's
in
like
the
a
days
book
when like
now.
remember back in the days when like somehow you only had disc 1 of like this game.
Yeah,
Now you just playing disc 1 for like 10 years.
I'm pretty sure my buddy
It's like me and
Steve.
Siphon Filter.
My buddy Steve in middle school, I had 2 and 3 discs, and my 2 disc was fucked up, and he had 1 and 2, and he got through disc 1, gave it to me, and I gave him my disc 2, and we consolidated so we could both play through the game. He was just a little ahead of me. Or maybe that was like Final Fantasy 9. I can't remember.
He didn't have like a greatest hits collection version.
No. I can't remember. I think my brother fucking sold all of them anyway, but I think we had the greatest
Because a lot
hits.
of times, like the greatest hits versions don't work with the original game
Save
or
file?
whatever. The save.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
save
didn't
files
know
don't
that.
work. The
But
two
no, I was
save
definitely able to
files.
piggyback off this guy. I think it was Final Fantasy 9, to be honest, because that one had 4 discs, and I seen it because I ended up buying them on eBay and shit. But all that shit's in California. I gotta go get that stuff. I can't leave I have so many games there, so it's gotta be like $1,000 worth of retro games. Enough about whatever Ed was talking about. Fred.
What was he talking about? I didn't even hear him.
Yeah, never mind.
All I mentioned was the stocks, and then you.
Oh no! What games you been playing, Fred?
Damn.
Besides Warzone?
I just downloaded
Suck
Guilty
at,
Gear
by the
Double
way.
X.
This motherfucker's gonna jump out the chopper. I don't know the buttons. And chopper's about to hit the building. He's like, "Get out the chopper!" And fucking die.
Yeah, we gotta
Dude,
do a
you-
Warzone.
If you had a
episode
working
this-
microphone.
I don't know the fucking buttons, dog.
No,
Fuck
his microphone works. Just his PlayStation is heating his entire house. This man's PlayStation 4 Pro can run a hot air balloon. It's fucking the loudest in the
Sounds
world.
like
We're
a
playing.
spaceship taking off.
We're playing with the mic. We're playing them, and there's this loud ass buzz. And I'm like, Ted, what is that? He goes, "What do you think it is?" I was like, dude, I don't know. It sounds like you're on like a naval ship, and the fucking fighter jets are going.
I was like, if I turn this shit off, I'm not playing no more.
well, you know,
Because when you got it, you're
well,
like,
why can't you
it's a
just
PlayStation?
Why can't you just sit far away from the PlayStation? Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's loud, bro. Even I have a PS4, the original, and I could hear it. It's by the wall. Against
Yeah,
the
but
TV.
but I can't
And I
can't
can hear it
hear it.
from
I
my
can't hear it in
couch.
the microphone. But I can't hear it in the microphone going through your microphone. That's the thing. Like you got your headphones on, you're not really going to hear it too much because you got your headphones on. It's if the mic is picking it up that your shit's going to be like misery to people you're playing with. Like even my PC makes noise if I'm fucking a foot away from it. But you know what I'm saying? Like even my PC makes noise if I'm a foot away from it. A mic will pick it up. You know. So what's up? Who we getting into Marvel or what? We getting into Marvel? Or we gonna talk about more games? Because I talked about the games I've been playing. I was excited to talk about the games I've been playing. I enjoy.
I downloaded Guilty Gear Double X, which is pretty good.
Wait. Which one?
XX, the newest one. It's on PlayStation.
Okay,
now.
hold on. Guilty Gear XR our third or some shit? Or did you not get the update?
What did you download it on?
I'll tell you right now.
What did you download on your PS4?
On the PS Now store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that just if it's the one that you're talking about, I have that one too, and that one's really good.
Is
that
it
one,
free?
That has
Was it free?
A lot of mechanics. It's got air dash.
Fred
Yeah,
Sanchezzz.
but I paid $60 for PlayStation Now for the year. So.
Okay, so did I.
Yeah.
So it's free?
It's on your wife's PS4? PlayStation Now? Yeah.
Yeah, is
It's
it
free on PlayStation
Yeah,
Now.
it's free.
They got that new game Control coming out in February for free. That shit looks dope.
What the fuck?
Well, all right. Let me do the ad real quick. If you're a podcaster, you know how difficult it can be to record high-quality remote interviews. Remotely FM makes it super simple for you to record your next interview. The platform records each participant locally on separate studio-quality audio and video tracks. The tracks are automatically backed up and much more. To start recording great remote interviews and to learn more, go to Remotely FM. I have to any games that you guys got on PS4 that are free, just let me know because I'll download them so we can jump into them and we can do an episode about them. Right? I mean that's the best way to do this shit.
Dude, fucking in February when Control comes out, get Control. It's like some redhead chick. You'll notice.
Well, I was gonna put money into the stock market, nice segue into the stock market. I was gonna put like $500 on GameStop, but it's I don't think it's gonna work. I think all this shit that people are saying, they're like hold the line, like don't sell your stock. Anytime the shit dips, these people
the
are
boat has
panic.
already passed on that. So,
well, AMC's already up today again.
Not really. It's already passed on that one too.
You're talking about when they manipulated the market, right?
Yeah, of course.
Sundow's up a little bit.
Yeah. So, the whole GameStop thing, I think that's dead and gone. Like, yeah, I think you missed the boat on that. Honestly, you gotta talk to Rich. He knows what Reddit pages they're talking on. He's been following it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to that guy
Hold
when
on,
he gives me an actual fucking answer besides okay. Ask this guy a question and be like, "Hey, Rich, what are you doing on Tuesday?" He'll be like, "Okay." Like, what? What do I even try for? And he'll be like, But yeah, I think we missed it. Yeah, I hope they do it again. I don't fully understand the GameStop thing, but whatever. Who cares? Fucking GameStop sucks. I wish GameStop would go out of business.
And basically, in layman's terms, what happened?
Did you just call me a layman, dog?
What happened was, oh yeah, of course. So you got these hedge funds that basically they make money off of other stocks losing money and going bankrupt. So a bunch of people came together because there was like the hedge fund on GameStop because GameStop was going down, and then somehow I guess manipulated the market to make it so that GameStop was actually like making money, and then after that, the company Robinhood, who owned like the app to buy the stocks on, locked the ability.
Yeah, I know
for
all that
people
bullshit.
to even buy more GameStop stocks. So they're getting in trouble for that.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck them.
But bad people made money off of that GameStop shit.
Yeah, I hope they keep doing it, and the stock market changes up, and I want everybody to have the same amount of money, and I want everybody to have the same amount of hours of the day that they're allowed outside of their house.
Sound like a fucking communist.
Yeah,
I was about to say that.
I want there to be one type of soap on the shelves, and everybody buys the same soap. Stop.
Trump soap.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I want Trump.
Trump soap. We'll get you orange in no time.
I want California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico to be back in Mexican territory, so we don't have to deal with those pussies anymore. Let them deal with it on their own, and then we give Florida to Cuba,
and let them keep that border too.
Yeah, let them keep all that shit. They can have all that useless desert, and then send the nukes in.
And then
right?
we have a game show called Cross the Border.
So the Guilty Gear game I have is Guilty Gear X Zerd Rev 2. That's the one I just downloaded.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into this Marvel shit. Ted, you wanted to do this Marvel. I got a bunch of questions and facts ready, but I want you to kind of take the lead because you wanted to dive in. We're talking about some of the movies earlier, and that's why we kind of jumped in. Marvel, not to be mistaken with DC, which is where Superman.
Yeah.
Batman.
Well, let me put a disclaimer out there that I'm usually a DC guy because I'm a big Batman fan.
But like Batman's your only person you like on DC, right?
Yeah.
Well, then it doesn't make you a DC fan. It makes you a Batman fan.
Why do you like
Aquaman,
Batman?
He's pretty cool too.
Why does everybody like Batman so much?
You don't like Batman?
I think I like his villains more than him.
He's a fucking genius, right?
He's got the best villains.
He does have some of the best villains. He's got a lot of villains.
Does he have the best villains in like old school, or does he have the best villains in movies?
All his villains transcended from old school.
Yeah, so are they the most iconic, or are they really the best villains?
Dude,
to me, I think they're
Clayface is
iconic.
super dope.
Bane,
Joker.
I would agree with.
I don't even have to say anything about Joker.
Scarecrow. The way they made Scarecrow in the movies, I thought was awesome. Like I thought he was. They tried to make it a little less cartoony. He's even worse in
the comics.
They made it less cartoony, and that's what I like. That's the only
Zaz.
thing I like about
Mortal
Batman.
Kombat version. He looks fucking cartoony as shit.
Yeah,
that guy Zaz who cuts himself for every person he kills.
But dude, Batman really does stand alone in DC as the by far the best. He's got who is the next best DC?
He's got like the most games. Actually, Spider-Man probably has more games than Batman.
Well, I was gonna say on the Marvel side, Spider-Man's my guy with Wolverine because my dad was a big Spider-Man fan.
I'm a Thor. I'm a big Thor.
So
big Thor guy.
Was all about it.
I like Thor. I like Thor in the movies, and I like his that he is the richest Marvel character. He's the richest character of every superhero.
Captain America.
Yeah? You mean Captain Puerto Rico?
Really? Even richer than Tony Stark?
Yeah, dude. Dude, Thor has Thor has entire planets that he owns that are filled with treasure troves. Thor is by far the richest Marvel character.
Didn't the last movie he was like floating out in space and like a starlight was hitting him and he was just chilling?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was like a beam of light from the sun.
You talking about Endgame? You talking about like the Avengers movies? No,
that motherfucker's beyond human.
Yeah, he's a god. He's an Asgardian.
And he's got a glass eye,
and he's rich, and he's mad wealthy. You know, because he basically inherited. He's like space royalty, dude. I just explained it like 30 seconds ago.
Drink all his wealth away?
No, man. Well, I guess in the movies because they destroyed Asgard, but apparently Thor, like canon to the comics, Thor is the richest.
No, like after that, he's like the hero formerly known as Thor or some shit. He calls himself something else after that, right?
Oh, dude, did you know that there's a...
I forget what the lore is.
But did you know about Thor that he's not even the only person with Thor-like powers? There's a frog that has the powers. He's equal power to Thor. They're not the same person either. They're two completely separate entities, but they have the exact same powers. And his name is Throg. Do you know that? Do you guys know about Throg?
I had no idea. I'm not really a big Thor.
I'm gonna punch you through the internet.
Dude, this is true.
Jesus.
This is true stuff I found on the internet.
Dude, that's like taking Squirrel Girl serious because somebody made it so that she beat Thor.
All right, I got a question for you.
Still trash.
Who would win in a fight, Iron Man or a bottle of whiskey?
Whiskey.
What do you think, Fred?
That's a tough fight.
Well, you gotta consider Robert Downey Jr.'s alcoholism.
Anymore, so
You have to consider Robert Downey Jr.'s
whiskey.
alcoholism and drug abuse.
Wait, is it Downey Jr.'s alcoholism or
And Tony Stark.
Tony Stark's alcoholism?
Both of them.
What about Tony Stank?
I mean, what about Tony Stork, the one who brings all the babies? You know what I'm saying? Tony Stork.
I don't know. I liked Winter Soldier whole deal.
WandaVision's not actually a bad series. If you guys didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I seen like the third episode. The shit isn't really that good.
You gotta keep watching it.
What? No.
She has
twins. hey, this food
in
is
one episode.
This food is really not tasty, but if you keep eating more of it, it'll get good. Fuck. Why would that? What? Dude, if a show's bad in the first couple episodes, that means it's probably bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think people are just watching it because it's new Marvel shit, honestly.
I think
new Marvel stuff?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to see the Loki show.
Yeah, I like that actor, actually. I don't like the stupid mullet haircut that Loki has, but definitely like that actor. He was in Skull Island, the King Kong movie.
Dude, if you remember
an English
when they messed up
accent
and
in
went
it.
to the past, he went and got one of the stones.
No, he went in the past with one of the stones.
So he's like floating around with one of the stones now.
Yeah, he used the Tesseract to go back real quick, right?
Well, I think that's what the show's going to be about because it's like an alternate reality.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's I don't mind that. They're just expanding the universe in that way, but WandaVision, not really. What? So who's your so all right?
And now, what's it called?
I don't know. What's what called?
What? Jesus
So I was
Christ.
gonna say like the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing. The dude Quill, he's got to like re-fall in love with the green chick now.
No, she's got to re-fall in love with him, because he still loves her.
True.
You know. Whatever. Fuck the cinematic universe. I want to talk about the games and the characters, not the fucking cinematic Marvel movies, because those are like.
Dude, they fuck shit up with Marvel Infinite, dude. Oh man, Marvel.
Well,
Infinite.
in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, who's your favorite characters to use in Marvel side?
I had a bunch of teams for different situations.
Well, there's three.
The
You gotta
people I
make up
used
three.
the most
Top
were
three.
Gambit.
Well, Marvel was
Cap
Capcom.
America. Yeah, two. Gambit, Cap America, Guile, Charlie, Bison, Zangief, Venom, and Ken sometimes.
See me, it's always I'm always
I
gonna
think
pick
Cammy
Ryu.
I used to.
I'm always gonna pick Ryu. I'm always gonna pick Thor, and I like fucking with Hulk too. But that's another thing.
Thor isn't in that game.
What do you mean? He's not?
Not Marvel versus Thor was never in any Marvel.
He wasn't.
Any Marvel games as a playable character.
He's in the later ones, but not in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, he's in like Marvel Infinite, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%,
Marvel vs.
yeah.
Capcom Infinite?
And I think he's in Marvel 2 as like an assist character. But
That's what I
he's
thought
not
we were
in
talking.
Marvel.
Oh no, we're
Or
talking about Marvel
1
vs.
as an assist.
Oh, we're talking about just Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Okay.
Well, I was talking
Yeah.
about Capcom 2. I could talk about the others too, but yes, in the first one, Thor was an assist character, and he came out, and he was just like, I forget what he would do. He would like spin his fucking thing around and shoot like ice at you or some shit.
So who's your favorite character in Marvel though, whether they're in the games or not?
I like Spider-Man and Wolverine.
What about you, Ted?
Wolverine's definitely missed because he's not in the new Marvel or nothing. I think the last game he was actually in, Wolverine, was what was it, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, which was only on like Nintendo console. That is another 3-button fighter game as well.
I don't understand why 3-button fighter games are so like. How can you even compare them to 6-button fighter games? I just don't.
Dude, it's funny because Tatsunoko versus Capcom was the first 3-button fighter. That started the trend.
That's the thing, though. Even when I play like first-person shooters, just with Doom, there's only 3 attack buttons, but I'm constantly running, jumping, shooting, and then melee attacking and throwing grenades. That's enough for me. So really, that's like a 3-button shooter, 3-button fighter.
Technically,
and I don't mind that, but it's just in the same way that if I don't have a melee attack or a jump attack or a grenade throw attack in a shooter, if I don't have those 3 things, I feel as crippled as I do in a fighting game where I don't have all 6 buttons. Does that make sense?
I feel the same way. It's like half your arsenal is available.
Yeah, exactly. It's just and plus when I'm going and I'm fighting a 2D fighter and I'm kind of ingrained. I kind of ingrained some Street Fighter attacks in my fingertips. It just doesn't work out, and I hate it.
Well, I was gonna talk about when Grand Theft Auto went from 4 to 5, and what they did was they streamlined their Rage engine. That's the engine they used, Rage engine, to where like you've played GTA 5, like you know how the fighting is in GTA 5. Like it's very simple. There's one button, right? But there's actually 2 buttons, but both those buttons do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So in 4, it was actually 3-button. It was actually a 3-button fighter with a guard, which I liked it. I thought it was dope. There's a lot of things in GTA 4 that I appreciated, that I really liked, that they streamed, they toned down, and
I figured it
out. They made GTA 5 like in GTA 4. You could shoot the gun off of your right hip or your left hip, or you know what I mean. Like you could aim down the sights, down the right shoulder or the left shoulder. In 5, everybody's right-handed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely.
This is like another example of how like games change shit.
Well, you know what I realized is that
not usually for the better.
When it's a 2D fighter, I need as many buttons as you'll give me. But when it's a 3D fighter, like most first-person shooters, 3D, I don't need all 6. I need 3 or 4, and I think it's just a difference between 3D and 2Ds. The movement is taking much more of your attention in offense and defense as opposed to in a 2D fighter. So the movement.
How do you feel about Soul Calibur?
I didn't really fuck with Soul Calibur very much. I don't really know. Is that 3D?
Because Soul Calibur has that free range movement that Dead or Alive has. And there's only basically like 2 or 3 attacks. There's vertical, horizontal, and guard. But then, like, if you press, like, horizontal and vertical at the same time, it's another move. You know what I'm saying? So
with 3, but you know what I'm saying with 3D.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, but I have to. I have to fuck 3D, with. Yeah. I really want to get Pokken Tournament.
I think you'll be good at that.
The Tekken and Pokemon. Fred doesn't really want to fuck with it because he doesn't like the character roster. Pokken Tournament. The Tekken Pokemon fighting crossover game.
I don't even know if the character roster matters all that much when all the characters basically have Tekken moves. Like all those moves are ripped from Tekken.
Yeah, not really, because
like I see Mewtwo doing Kazuya Electrics. Huh?
No, they have different attack names, and they're kind of specific.
The names are different for the attacks, but The
there's like a
moves
dog
are
character.
literally ripped from Tekken.
But there's like a fucking dog on all fours fighting. Like, you're telling me there's a Tekken character that does those moves? Like, no. He's fucking like biting and spinning around. No,
dude, fucking, you forget Tekken has bears and it has iguanas and kangaroos.
I wouldn't know because you never play it with me, and I'm too afraid to start it on my own.
You've never bought a Tekken though.
Did I own?
Tekken's available for download on the PlayStation.
Is it free
now too?
If I were you, I would just get it on PC
$60
so
for
you
the
get
year.
the mods.
You could download
you got
any games you
fucking
want from
mods.
PlayStation now.
Ted, you know how behind I am with
Dude,
video games?
Listen, the mods they don't do anything. They're just costume swaps and level swaps.
Yeah,
that's it.
That makes me care
I have
about
people
them so much less.
They got
Skins? You
people
talking about
who,
skins,
play as
dude?
Akuma, yeah, it's just skins. Yeah, it's just skins.
Yeah.
Like people play Akuma as Goku, or whatever.
Right. I get what you're saying. I really want them to come out with a 6-button Marvel vs. Capcom on Switch. Whatever. I want them to come out with a whole verse Capcom or Capcom verse. What's it called? Collection series. I would pay full price for Capcom vs.
What was
SNK.
that you guys were
Marvel
saying?
vs.
They're
Capcom.
trying to make Capcom vs. SNK 2?
Yeah, Capcom vs. SNK.
Which is bullshit.
No, they're gonna release.
Don't believe you.
They're gonna release all the early Capcom vs. SNK games in a collection on Switch. They just need to get permission from SNK.
SNK's holding on like they're relevant, like they can't use the money right now.
SNK's been doing a lot recently.
Why
would they do that?
Dude,
They
I
just
sent you a
announced
link.
King of Fighters
Dude,
15.
They actually
and they just got
they
Terry
actually have a
Bogard.
budget this time.
Well, Terry Bogard got in a lot of trouble.
And they just got Terry Bogard. Yeah, but they just got him into Super Smash. That's mainstream video games situations right there, bro. Like, I hate to say it, but fighting games aren't mainstream video games.
He's not just in Smash. He's in other games. Like, he's in, what was it, EX Fighting Lair he's in also?
That's what I mean. That's the only SNK character in Smash, is it not?
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one. So they're getting recognition. That's a big, like, dude, you got your shitty fucking
it could have been
video
better
game
with Mai
studio
or something than Terry Bogard.
No,
but that's still an accomplishment.
There's a rumor.
People now know what SNK is because of that shit.
I don't know, dude. I think SNK has been out for so long that if you don't know SNK, like,
this isn't Japan, dude. This is America. People in
know.
America don't fucking know about SNK.
Dude, SNK's had game come out every year at least. SNK fighting game.
Yeah, and that should tell you why. That should tell you all you need to know about why people don't know about it. There's a game that comes out every year, and it's still not like all over the internet making people hyped. You know, it's not like a Halo or a Super Smash or a Mario game, even a Street Fighter. Like, everybody, even Tekken. Tekken is popular amongst real fighting game people, the FGC, right? Fighting game community.
Yeah.
But compare that to like when a Street Fighter, new Street Fighter drops.
Street Fighter has their own league.
Everybody's
now.
going to hear about that. Everybody's going to hear about that.
Street Fighter has its own league.
Is my point. Despite the fact that Tekken has double the amount of online players as Street Fighter does. It's just Street Fighter is more for casual fighting game people, I think. I don't think people are getting deep into Tekken. Street Fighter, it's a good title for a game. The cartoon, it's
got more of a reach.
Games like
when's the last time you guys heard me? I think I was muted for a while.
What I'm trying to say.
Jesus Christ.
You
Hello?
might have been muted.
Hello?
Look at your fucking... Yeah, we can hear you. Hello.
All right, so what was I going to say? The salt that you feel in Street Fighter, it does not compare to the salt that you feel in Tekken. Tekken's salt is out of this world. You have not...
It's like Utah.
Yeah, like the whole state of Utah.
Salt Lake City. Salt Lake
dude.
City, dude.
Dude, it's ugly, bro. Which is why, like, I guess, like, Street Fighter's technically more popular. It is, but it isn't. You have people that watch Tekken more. So there's a weird like dynamic between those two games.
Right. Dude, I remember Tekken on PlayStation
easier
2 was
to
awesome.
be good at Street Fighter than it is to be good at Tekken. I think that's what it is.
Yes, but I think as far as 2D fighters go, like you're saying, it's apples and oranges. That's like Tekken's 2.5D, I call it.
No, I would say Tekken's
talking about Marvel.
Fully 3D.
Off the rails once again.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get back to Marvel because that's what I was saying. Capcom versus Marvel. I'm basically going to get any Capcom collection that comes out on the Switch at this point because they're going on. They always go on sale. There is no game on Nintendo Switch that goes on sale less or more than Mortal Kombat 11. That game, if anybody who ever buys that game full price should have their credit cards revoked and just not be allowed to spend.
Is that a
money
good
anymore,
game? Do you have that game?
Fools. No, it's on sale so often I can't respect it.
What game?
Mortal Kombat 11. What the fuck? Welcome to the conversation, Fred.
My friend just bought that.
I think you muted out when you were trying to tell me on my end.
Fucking remotely, pieces of shit.
Might as well be the synapses inside your brain, homie.
If you're a podcaster, you know how difficult it can be. Yeah, I fucking do, dude. Fucking people can't hear me when I'm trying to fucking talk on your shit. Jesus Christ. Get the fucking unplug your servers from the potato field, sir. Fucking use real electricity.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's a blizzard outside which could hinder that going on.
It's snow, dude. What's snow gonna do?
It's still snowing,
space,
dude.
The internet's up in space, dude.
Yeah, but the wires.
All right, Marvel characters that make snow. Huh?
Iceman, dude.
Anything?
Iceman, Omega level.
All right. Name all the Marvel games that you've played. Go ahead, Fred. As guest, as impromptu guest, you go ahead. Just
Marvel games I played.
Mention them all.
I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3, obviously. Never played Infinite. I played that Marvel game when you have a bunch of people
Marvel
in your
3
party.
Is Infinite. Oh no! You're right. You're correct. I'm wrong. Sorry.
What was the other game, Fred?
I forget the name of it, but Marvel. When you have all the characters in your party and you run around, it's like an RPG game. I forget the name of it.
It's like on PS2. Just pulled out.
It was
the one on Switch.
No, it was on PS2 back in the day.
I think it's called Marvel Avengers.
It might be Avengers
something.
1.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. The third one came out on Switch. It's like a 12-hour game. It's $60. Fucking assholes.
I don't think your cat agrees with you.
And Ed's cat is such a pussy. I mean, Fred.
He's a good guy.
Get it? Fred's cat is a pussy. You get
He's
it?
my pussy.
Can you please explain?
Well, another name for a cat is pussy.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Not sure why. Not sure which one came first. Which one do you think came first? Like pussy for vagina or pussy for cat? What do you think?
I think the cat.
We actually have a question from fans.
Oh,
You think it was that? Oh, it's I think it's called Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Fred.
Oh.
Oh yeah. There you go. That's it.
Yeah, Marvel. So I've played Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Ooh.
Which don't sleep on the Lego games. It was a little fucking frustrating at times, and it wasn't super fun. Another easy game. You can't die. So Lego, that not really that great.
That's like Prince of Persia. That's why I stopped playing Prince of Persia, because you can't die.
You can die in Prince of Persia.
Not
just like you can die in
not
Shadows
in the
Die
sands of
Twice.
Time. There's the one Prince of Persia game where it's like you find this chick who could like rewind time. Every time you die, she just rewinds time, and you're just back. There's like no loading. She just rewinds time.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
you
you're back
can
to the
you
like standing
can
over that goofy ass cliff.
yeah, but you kill people and you absorb like time essence from their stomach,
I don't know.
and then
I didn't get
it
through
goes
the
into
intro.
your knife. It's
Played that shit for
What do you-
like 15 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck,
yeah, that's
this."
you. That's you spending $85 on video games, taking a picture of all of them, sending them to me, and spending 15 minutes on each one.
No, this was like mad long ago.
Oh, but you know what I'm saying about
Yo, my fucking PS3 brick.
Prince of Persia, right? Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do to it?
Tried to
Too
update
much
it, and it
jizz
didn't
in
work.
there.
So it's like stuck
Damn.
it's stuck in update limbo. So every time I turn it on,
bet
it's
it's
looking
stuck.
for the update, and I can't like move past that menu. So it's like fucking dead.
All right. So real quick, we got a question from fans. We got a question from. His name is Lucas.
Arts?
What does this say?
Lucas Arts?
No, no. It's Lucas Powerful. That's not a real name. He spelled it like
Power
I think it's like
Fuel?
his screen name, or it's like Lucas PWRFUL. I guess it's just like his name is Lucas. We got a question from Lucas. Okay.
So this was a letter, right?
Yeah, it's the letter.
So did the letter secretary go through it and make sure it was a real letter, aka Rich?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's
So,
got
the question is
this has Rich approval though.
Yeah, it's kind of a did you know? Did you know that a character named Jihad was created by Marvel 11 days before 9/11 happened?
Wow, I had no idea about
Fred.
that. That's crazy.
How does that make you feel, Fred? Fred, does that make you feel like starting a
I
religious
feel like they should
war?
stop changing the fucking comics for the real shit that be happening in the world.
But does that mean that the Marvel people knew 9/11 was going to happen? They didn't do anything about it?
No,
Or
no
do you
way.
think they caused it?
No way they.
No? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I'm surprised Jesus isn't a Marvel superhero.
I think he is. He's one above all, or whatever it is. The super strong character. He's just the creator of God who like the living tribunal and death and one below all. They're all connected.
Did you say what
These
I
are
think
these
you
are real
said?
characters.
Did you just say the creator of God?
Yeah, something like
So
that. The
so
creator of
like
God.
adding
I think
more
I said.
lore to this. There's more lore
what,
than we have
Marvel?
ever heard of.
You've never heard of one
There's
above
God,
all and
and
living
then
tribunal?
the creator of God.
Well, people think the living tribunal is God, but he
That
just
sounds like
speaks for
funeral
God,
to
who
me.
is. They do rhyme. This is a very
What
good
does that word
catch.
mean? I'm a
that they
layman. I
rhyme.
don't know what that word means.
Tribunal. I think it has something to do with like how Native American tribes would build totem poles and put flowers around the
fucking
bottom, and they'd
bullshit
be like,
now.
"This is a tribunal." I think it's old 1700s.
You can't bullshit
warship.
me.
I think that's the title of it. Dude, the one above all part is not bullshit. It's a real character in Marvel.
You heard of symbiote dog?
What do you think is the worst
You know
Marvel
that
movie?
all of them, dude. Real quick, Venom was created by a fan. It wasn't a original creation.
That's
by
false.
the. Nuh-uh.
I know
Venom
who
was
created
created
Venom.
by-
That's false.
Who then? Who was it?
Todd McFarlane, the guy who made Spawn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you just use the same thing? Dude, I don't believe you,
Kinda.
dude. I saw this on the internet.
No, dude, he created Venom.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that anywhere.
What was the story that you heard? A fan made him?
The alien costume.
That's the symbiote suit
They turned
you're talking
him into
about,
Venom.
not Venom.
Yeah, but it's saying this guy Randy Schuller is the one who created him, and then everybody else took credit for it. I'm with the underdog on this one.
Yeah, dude, there's supposed to be another Spawn movie coming out too.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Is it going to star the same guy, Michael Jai White?
No, I think it's Jamie Foxx.
No, Jimmy Fox is playing Mike Tyson.
God.
He's playing who?
Mike Tyson.
He can
Wasn't
do
that
both.
Mike Tyson movie supposed to come out like 4 years ago?
I don't know. Dude.
Why would he play Mike Tyson?
Dude, he played Mike Tyson.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, he'll fucking
Played Ray Charles.
play Holyfield. He'll play all of them. He don't give a fuck.
He played the United States president
Did he?
in yeah, I think it was White House Down or
I think you're right.
Olympus Has Fallen.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like him and fucking the guy
Gerard
from
Butler
Van
and
Wilder.
all that.
No, Deadpool was in that one. It was Deadpool played the hero in
I wonder if
Olympus Has Fallen. And Olympus Has Fallen, the president was played by the new Spawn guy. So Spawn and Deadpool were in the same movie, which is how Venom got created. And Deadpool is friends with Spider-Man, so it all kind of makes sense.
But you know the strongest being in Marvel is actually a god who
Is one above all.
controls the Venoms.
His name is one above all.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
He's
He's by far the most powerful. He shows up. He looks like Jack Kirby. That's who he
He
is. It's
looks
Jack
like-
Kirby.
I thought Silver Surfer was like the strongest one.
No.
Dude, first of all, Silver Surfer's a little bitch.
He
He
gets
got
his power
choked
from
out by
Galactus.
Black Panther,
He gets his power from Galactus.
and he got choked out by the Black Panther.
Whoa.
He's not that strong.
Or Ghost
in
Rider.
one of the issues, Black Panther just fucking like locked him up.
Ghost
Dude,
Rider.
honestly-
Did you just say Ghost Rider?
Yeah,
Black
bro.
Panther
Do you
is
not
supposed to
know
be like
Ghost
the
Rider's
equivalent to
abilities?
Batman. Did you know that?
Dude, Ghost Rider is Nicolas Cage.
No,
Nobody
not in the
cares.
comics, dude.
Okay.
Obviously, you don't keep up with this stuff.
No, dude, I
Dude, in
keep
the
up enough
comics,
to know that Nicolas Cage
Ghost
is
Rider's
Ghost Rider.
pretty cool.
That's all I need to know.
In the
Thank
comics,
you,
Yeah,
he's
Tim.
pretty
I'm sure that's true. But when you got fucking John Travolta and Nicolas Cage playing fucking characters that are beloved, they're gonna ruin them.
This is true.
It's just a fact.
That was that weird like 2000
Look-
era movies though, where every movie was trash. So
Yeah, but they were trash. But everybody ate them shits up.
Like that
because they were,
Electra
oh my
movie?
God,
I thought
Yeah,
Face
fucking-
Off was really good. What are you talking
oh
about?
god,
Dude, we're talking about superhero movies.
Who did
though,
John
but Face Off wasn't
Who
bad.
did John Travolta play?
yeah, it wasn't good either.
John Travolta played Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage played John Travolta.
Remember?
In Face Off.
Yeah, but
They
you
had their
said John
faces
Travolta was playing a
surgically
superhero.
removed.
That was. Did you guys know that was the sequel to that movie Swordfish?
No.
Is it supposed to be?
Wolverine was in. Yeah, so that was a crossover between the Face Off movie and the Wolverine series because Wolverine and the guy in Face Off were both in Swordfish, and that was the sequel.
I don't believe you.
Dude, every movie that Hugh Jackman is really just him in a certain period of time as Wolverine. Did you know that? That's official. It's official.
You know he's not actually
So-
as badass as his character is.
No, dude,
He's like a lame-o.
He's like a fucking theater person.
Yeah. He's super theatered out.
He's like a vegan.
Dances on his tippy toes and
He's
shit.
like, yeah, he likes to dance. Yeah. All right, but Ed, Fred, you asked what I think the dumbest Marvel movie
Just
is.
change
right?
his name to
I
Fred
think-
Ed. Or Ed Fred, dude.
It's
You
Ed.
know?
It's Ed Fred. It's because I don't do it right. If it was Fred Ed, that'd be fine because people would think his name is Fred. Worst Marvel movie I have to say is
Marvel.
either Captain Marvel, Black Panther, or Doctor Strange.
Black Panther was okay.
Damn,
You
bro,
just
out of
couldn't
all the
handle all
ones
that
they
melanin
had-
on screen.
Out of all those, Jesus
You
Christ.
fucking
No,
couldn't
it was
handle this
terrible.
shit.
They
dude.
shorted
I
them
think
out. They didn't give them the budget they
I
deserved.
think
and the story
Fantastic
was
Four,
terribly written.
the redo.
Ooh.
Which one?
Horrible.
Which one? Which one?
Nobody's
Which one?
seen
Which
that
one?
movie.
There was two.
Fantastic Four when Michael B. Jordan's Johnny Blaze.
That one was good for the first like 20 minutes, and then
Isn't
it
that
just
the one with Silver
spiraled
Surfer?
out of control. It spiraled out of control like a bunch of fat people at a donut bar.
A donut
Because
bar.
it was really, I thought it was really well done. Yeah, a donut bar. You ever? So a donut bar
Please
is
don't explain.
what fat people call.
You know Dunkin' Donuts
They be
fries their
texting each other.
donuts in pig fat, so it's not vegan.
Wait, what?
Eating Dunkin' Donuts doesn't make you vegan because they use pork fat to fry the donuts in.
Yeah, but that's just from they get the pigs on treadmills and they just soak up the fat that drops off them. It's not. Like,
You hear
it's
this ridiculous
humane.
shit?
I don't know if I believe
I'm over
it.
here
That's how they
spitting
get fat from
knowledge.
animals, dude.
You're over here being ridiculous.
Yeah. You're supposed to be spitting knowledge about fucking Marvel.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
What about Jessica Jones?
We're gonna.
Jessica Jones.
The
first season of that was
series
pretty good.
Wasn't that bad?
First season was cool. First season was fun. Season 2 was like the donut
And is she
bar.
hot or
fucking
just
fat people out of
very
control.
average?
I
No,
would.
she's
normal.
Some people
super
like the
average.
pasty look. You know what I'm saying? Dog?
She's normal.
Yeah. No, I
Looking like
I don't
Casper,
like
dog.
I don't like a woman whose legs are like half the size that they should be. You know what I mean?
You need some Chung Li
These
action.
women- Yeah, I like the Chun Li.
I like
action.
Chun-Li
thick-
all day.
Thick legs.
All day.
Right, Fred? You know what I'm
Crush
talking about.
my
Like,
face
legs are a
between
big
your
deal.
thighs, bitch.
He has no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, Chun Li can probably squat like 2,000 pounds.
There's always
because they say she's the strongest woman in the world, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Chung Li's supposed to be the strongest
I
woman
mean,
in the world.
some of the strongest powerlifting women, they squat a lot. I don't think it's 2,000 pounds, but yeah, Chun Li's.
She can jump off the wall. Who else could jump off the wall?
Guy and
This is
Yoon
true.
and Yang.
No,
I think all the light characters can.
I remember it was just a Chung Li thing for a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it was definitely a Chun Li thing in 2 and 3, or 2 and Alpha, but 3 they gave it to the other peeps. Yeah, but definitely Guy because he's a ninja. You're definitely able to jump off as him. I think. I said definitely. I think whatever. Dumbest movie. I said Doctor Strange.
You didn't like Doctor Strange?
Dumbest
Now,
game.
I've seen Doctor Strange recently, and
I like Doctor Strange. It was trippy.
it's okay, but it's like,
I have to admit something.
how did he get his
I have a
powers?
confession.
Oh, he just was driving real fast and got in an accident, and then like started talking
No,
to
he-
somebody playing a
He
basketball
was
game, and
already
he's like, Yo,
exceptional.
In the comics,
He was
he's more of
already
an
an exceptional
asshole.
individual.
Like before he got hurt, his nurse was like, "Sir, this guy,
what a lame
he's got a
ass
knife in his
story.
head." And Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, does he have insurance?" And she goes, "No." He goes, "I'll see him when I can."
Did
Yeah.
I feel like
pretty
the bad
baller.
guys in that movie were cooler than he was.
Well, I mean, Doctor Strange, how much stronger is he than any other wizard?
Suppose he's like the strongest
the other
one.
Asian dude.
He just reads real fast. That's it, right?
I guess so.
That was like the whole
I know.
plot they were trying to.
Those movies,
These books are you read these books already? Oh, these are supposed to be for the advanced dudes. Well, I read them, and then it's like
those
okay,
movies
like,
didn't really come off. That movie didn't change nothing. It didn't add anything to the series. He's not a main. He's not. You can't build a franchise off that guy. He's not a franchise.
Well, he's one of the
building
Illuminati.
superhero.
What?
The Illuminati. It's like him,
What?
Professor X. I think Black
What are
Panther.
you talking about?
The Illuminati, the people that sent Hulk to outer space, and it made world.
No, Hulk went into outer space of his own.
No, he got
volition.
sent there.
Yeah, because
You
he
should
realized everybody was he left.
No, dude,
he
because
left
in
because
the movie,
they were afraid
in the
of
movie
him.
before that, at the end credits, they show him taken off.
I'm talking
and
about
leaving.
the comics, dude. I'm not talking about Disney movies. I'm talking about the comics.
Yeah, dude, it was Hulk. He's fully took over, right? He's fully conscious, and
Ted, I want you to Google. I want you to Google World War
Hulk. He couldn't get with Scarlett Johansson or something, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to the moon." And he ends up on Ragnarok.
Yeah, in the movie. Don't talk about the comic.
World War
dude.
Hulk is that Hulk Planet? Is that Planet Hulk? Fred?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, but that's the movie. I'm talking about the comic, the source material.
Okay.
Source this material.
So what's your least favorite movie, Fred? You gotta answer your own question.
I did. I told you. The Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. All right, so you thought that Fantastic Four was better than one with fucking Vic Mackey from The Shield?
I thought it was worse. I said that was the worst one. Worst Marvel movie.
No, but I think the original, the one Captain America plays the Human Torch. Those are worse.
You think those are worse than?
Absolutely,
it's pretty bad.
They are so bad. They were Disney.
I can't say it's worse because
superhero
Jessica
movies.
Alba is a smoke and she's really hot, and I can't ever go
Dude,
against
she has
her.
herpes. She has herpes.
I don't care.
Or at least
I
that's
have
what
insurance.
somebody told me. I'm not. I don't want to get slandered. Fucking.
I have medical insurance. I'll
Say
be
whatever we
okay.
want.
I'll be okay.
You have what insurance?
I have medical insurance. I'll be fine.
I don't know what that means.
Entitled.
So what about you,
mofo?
What about you, Ted? What's your least favorite, dumbest?
Marvel. Captain
Think
Marvel,
Captain
I think, is the
Marvel?
worst.
She's hot too.
Dude, Captain Marvel makes no sense to me. Captain Marvel makes no sense to me. She's a human who is really who goes to space and gets really strong. I don't get it. She's not the first Captain
They didn't
Marvel.
finish
There's many
writing that
Captain
movie
Marvel.
before they started filming. That's what happened.
So dumb. And there's multiple Captain Marvels, right? It's just like they're just like universe.
It was supposed to be a
aren't they?
dude. It's a dude at first, but Marvel made it a chick because of girl power and all that stuff.
Well, Carol Danvers is the most recent Captain Marvel.
She is in the comics.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the source material.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fred. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Dude.
Source this material, though.
Overrated characters.
Well, me, I'm not familiar with what happens in the comics. I'm familiar with what
Speaking of
happens in
Fantastic
X-Men,
Four,
but I'm not familiar what happens in Marvel.
but, speaking of Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom is where Darth Vader came from.
Really?
Yeah, apparently George Lucas was a fanboy, and that's like Darth Vader was totally based on Doctor Doom, and apparently like Doctor Doom, he was the Emperor of Latvia or wherever the fuck his place was called, and Captain America had to be his body technically had to be his bodyguard or something when he came to the UN or some shit. I was reading about.
I never heard of that.
Just want to shout out. Tony Stark owns Area 51. Do you know that?
No, but I'm not surprised because he's so fucking rich.
Right. And just another to go off this other thing, real life fact that Elvis Presley got some of his style from Captain Marvel Jr. He was a big fan. So haircut and clothing, apparently Elvis Presley kind of ripped off Captain Marvel Jr. And this is 70 years ago where something that was considered super nerdy was influencing a guy who influenced the entire American history. So even back then, comics weren't nerdy. They weren't dumb. They were the coolest thing. The coolest people in the world were checking them out. I don't know where it took that long. The first Marvel comic was made in 1939, I think. It took them 60 years to become super mainstream. And it was all because of Robert Downey Jr. That shit blows my mind. That shit was always there to be made for the taking. And they just nobody put enough stock into it. into the culture of comic books and stuff like that, and like kind of dismissed it as nerd culture. And now it's literally the most profitable film series and TV series of all time. But and there's the second place. I think second place is fuck. I can't think of who it is. I think they say DC. No, not the Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's either Star Wars or Fast and Furious is like second or third place, and they're like 11 billion. Or when Marvel Cinematic Universe was at like 16 billion like 4 years ago. Shit's crazy. I don't know. I just wanted to get that out there.
But it's crazy how took a kids franchise to bring Robert Downey Jr. back from alcoholism, and drug addiction. I mean, I'm happy he did it. I think he's good, but it took him that role for him to realize, like,
he did a great job in that role, dude. Like nobody.
Oh,
else
absolutely.
Yeah, to me, Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr.
Dude, Ted just sent me a picture of Captain Marvel Jr. Oh my god! No way.
I think that was like the after all the commotion, but that's like the funniest picture I could find.
Yeah, but no, that makes me think that what I said was actually true because I just made it up. Everything I say was made up. Just like this guy's name isn't Ed, it's Fred. I made it up.
She?
Yo, what? But Ted, you said you knew a lot about X-Men. Who is the most powerful mutant? The most powerful registered mutant.
It goes up to levels. It goes up to 5 levels, right? And I think Magneto's a level 5. Like Magneto and the chick that could change the way she looks. I think they're both level 5s. Omega level mutants.
Yeah, but you haven't mentioned who the highest recorded power level mutant is. It's Santa Claus.
So is it like? No, dude. I think now that I think about it,
it's Santa Claus. Kris Kringle. Look it up. With K.
Who's the dude who could teleport?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's father. Yeah,
Kris Kringle.
Father. He could teleport to hell and back.
Oh, what was his name though?
I don't know what his name was. I'll look it up right now, though.
Yeah, look it up. Santa Claus, Earth 616. He is... He's got a couple aliases. Baba Shagaloo, Baba Noel, Baba Natali, Bada Miri, Gigant, Jute Moten, Kris Kringle, Mikulus, Mos Cracion, Nicholas the jolliest of men, Nicholas of Mira, Saint Christopher, Nick Saint Christopher, Nikolaus, fucking mad name. Relatives, Mrs. Claus, wife.
So apparently, some dude named Franklin Richards is the most powerful mutant in the multiverse.
Reed Richards' son.
Oh yeah, Reed Richards' son.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Pretty strong.
What's his deal? Explain.
He just, I gotta look it up, but I just remember reading he's stupid strong.
Santa Claus was simply inspired by the Allfather of Asgard, Odin, after a special night where he saved village's midwinter feast from not happening. Hundreds of years ago. This is all stupid. No, but I was reading about that Santa Claus was the most powerful recorded mutant. And they recorded it on Christmas Eve.
Dude, that's like that fucking dumbass fucking half-hour special fucking bullshit for Christmas.
Here it is. After a quick battle, Santa Claus turns Banshee and his friends into action figures. He then introduces himself to the X-Men, identifying himself as the person they are searching for. And that is how Santa Claus, Kris Kringle, became the most powerful mutant ever discovered until 1999 within the Marvel 616 universe. So until 1991, he was the highest ranked. Because apparently he just showed up and like turned all the fucking bad guys into action figures, and they were like they were wrecking the Marvel squad.
So yeah, apparently Franklin Richards is more powerful than Galactus.
Wow.
Yeah, well, what's his powers though? Can he like create new realities?
He has
and
molecular manipulation.
Molecular?
Yes, with
like
the word
money?
"neck" in there. Force projection, astral projection.
Astral.
Yeah.
That's what Fred is.
There was
Fred's an astral.
I remember there was
Fred's a goddamn cosmonaut.
there was a scene of him like holding a mini galaxy in his hand.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But isn't he insane? He's just like
no, that's someone else.
He's definitely insane. There's something wrong with him.
No, that's
there's definitely
that's Professor X's kid.
There's definitely something wrong.
No, he's a baby. He's still a kid. You're thinking of
he eventually grows up.
You're thinking of that kid who has like 7 different personalities. That's Professor X's kid, I think.
I can't. He's immensely powerful being. Psionic powers beyond Omega-level mutants, despite not being a mutant himself. So he's not a mutant. What is he? He's just a product of that weird shit that turned them all into the Fantastic Four. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know. But I do know one thing.
Yeah, he can create pocket universes and like warp reality. That's his thing.
So he's like Hit.
No, Hit is a child compared to this guy.
So he's like a Hit.
No. Hit is useless. It's a fucking stupid name. Galactus. The same resurrect transform Galactus and his own personality devour worlds.
The market's about to close and I can't place this order. Like that's really pissing me off.
What order are you trying to place?
AITX.
This episode was about so much Marvel. I hope you came and enjoyed us talking about Marvel. And you know what? We're gonna end it pretty soon. But I got a couple. Let me just blast through these other questions real quick. Just answer quickly. Why is Earth so special in the Marvel universe?
Because there's no humans anywhere else.
That's not true. There's fucking humans everywhere.
Actual, like humans.
Yeah,
there's
dude.
humans, but they're called other things in other places.
Yeah.
Like Earth is the only place where there's like humans.
Do they got problems? Then they humans.
For real, though.
Okay. Darth Vader said that. Who's the strongest Marvel character? Is it Franklin Richards? Is it one above all?
You said Ryu?
What?
You said Ryu?
No. Who's your favorite villain? That's how we'll end. We'll end this on who's the best villain in Marvel?
Probably. I think my favorite one is Carnage.
I would have to go with Galactus.
Mine's Death.
The girl that Deadpool fucks?
See, there's a problem with that. Because the only two people that really communicate with Death is Thanos and is Deadpool.
No, other people talk to her.
No, dude.
Yeah,
other people talk to her when they die. But
yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
Deadpool constantly communicates with Death, and the same with Thanos. In the comic, that's why Thanos wanted to kill all those people, because he thought that would be a way to impress Death if he killed 2/3 of the life on the universe. But she didn't really like that, and I think she actually slept with Deadpool. She never slept with Thanos, but she actually banged.
Nah,
Deadpool.
why would you fuck with Thanos with his fucking chin all fucked up and shit like that. It's nice.
Could show shaving, bud.
All right, that was the Marvel episode. This was by far
featuring X-Men versus Street Fighter versus
the least informative video game episode we have ever done.
Just letting you guys know we don't know shit.
Yeah, no, but you know what? Here's the thing: if we got to pick specific games. You know, we were just trying to get a recording in. We had to get one in. We got one. It's there.
I literally woke up like
Fred
5
was
minutes before
I called Fred 30 minutes before this. So, yo, you want to jump on and talk about Marvel? And then he went off talking about whatever fucking storks and game
stonks or whatever.
But yo, all right. So, what games are you guys gonna play like today and the next couple of days? I want to hear what games you plan on playing.
I'm planning on playing
anybody.
Warzone, obviously.
Yeah. When? Playing tonight? Right now?
No, right now. Tonight. And then
why not? It's 4:00. Let's do it. Ted's ready to go.
I gotta take a shit.
Nah,
So
yeah.
How long is that gonna take?
I woke up.
You need a whole team behind you.
I woke up a little late today.
Hurry up! Cover my 6.
I woke up late today, so I gotta make something for dinner, breakfast, lunch.
Dude, you always sound like you're tired. Or you can use that excuse every day if you want, bro.
Silver's up $2.13. I told you guys to buy silver. If you don't listen, you're an idiot. And I can't help you. Your mother doesn't love you.
dude, silver. The silver shit. That's a false flag, dude. They're just trying to get you to sell.
No,
you gotta hold
because gold don't exist no more. So the next best thing is silver.
Yo, here's what I don't get. Maybe you guys can answer this for me. Why is gold and silver valuable?
Is that what they used to trade with back in the day?
Because it's shiny.
No, I know, but here's the thing.
I know why gold is.
If you told me that gold and silver were both valued at a certain amount because it's used in certain machines and gold is used in certain processor chips and they need gold because it has like an actual use besides it being shiny and people are like, oh, I like to wear this. This looks nice. Basically what I'm trying to say is there another use for gold and silver besides the arbitrary value humans have assigned to it?
So check this out. Gold doesn't really like lose its I don't know how to say it correctly.
It doesn't really lose its train of thought.
I'm just gonna make up a word. It doesn't lose its I don't fucking know.
Jesus Christ.
We certainly don't know. you know what? Look, you know what gold doesn't do? It doesn't make you lose your train of thought while you're in the middle of speaking.
No, but it's like super. It's a superconductor. I know that.
I love gold. You ever see Goldmember, Austin Powers? His dick is made of gold. Also, you know, silver. Actually, silver is. You got to realize. Is possibly the most valuable metal out there because it
kills vampires.
No, it kills werewolves. You have to have a silver bullet, and once the werewolves come, it's over. Speaking of werewolves,
term lichen.
Hold on. Werewolves were not allowed to be in any Marvel anything. For some reason, they weren't allowed to put werewolves in anything Marvel.
Yeah, because somebody owns werewolves.
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody owns werewolves, and does somebody own regular wolves? Or does somebody own the term hybrid wolf-human?
Oh, we got a comment coming in from a fan. His name is Daniel Steele. His question is, what kind of animal do you think would be the coolest were animal? So werewolves, you know, or werecat. What is your favorite? Okay, werebear is Ted's answer. What about you? What about you, Fred? What would you be your favorite?
Were-gorilla.
Werecock.
So were-gorilla.
Yeah.
Were-gorilla. So you would just turn into a different type of primate. You just get hairier and thicker muscles.
Nah, dude. I thought you were going to say were-baboon.
No,
I thought you were going to say were-baboon.
Mine would be were-elephant. Otherwise,
so does one Frieza plus one Goku equal one Mewtwo?
I would say no. Why would you add Goku to that? Goku,
they got their thing going on.
No, what does Goku add to that mixture? What does Goku's form add to Frieza that makes fucking Mewtwo?
Am I the only one who thinks about them getting it on?
Probably.
Who, Frieza and Goku?
Yeah.
No, because clearly
Frieza really likes Goku a lot.
Goku, Frieza, how did the Frieza race reproduce?
And then Vegeta's jealous, right?
Vegeta,
and then Bulma gets in on it.
As Vaginata.
And then when Trunks went back to the past, Bulma tried to bang him. Like if it was
Ooh, that's what. Who's the hottest Marvel chick? Who's the hottest Marvel chick?
I like that Wanda chick.
No, dude, like the cartoon.
Actually, Scarlett Johansson is the hottest. Probably.
Dude, Scarlett Johansson has some
but she's
juicy.
Gone.
She has some juicy milk udders, dude.
When the hell is her movie coming out? I've been waiting for that movie. Where is it coming?
Dude, all I know is that when I go to see that movie, I'm bringing a watermelon and a gallon of milk, and I'm sitting in the theater and I'm finishing both.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand.
Because of her tits.
Like, I understand watermelon and chicken and watermelon reference, but I don't understand a chicken and milk.
No, because it's an ode to her tits. Milk, melons. Come on. That's not that much of a reach.
It's pretty reaching, dog. It's like Dalcine reach, son.
Oh, God. That was pretty funny. So you think Wanda or Scarlett Johansson, even though neither of those are Marvel characters? Thank you for that answer.
I thought Hela was pretty hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hela.
Absolutely.
Who's Hela?
Hela. Kate Blanchett. She's almost 50 too.
She was banging, bro.
Yeah, dude. Something about it made her look super good. When her hair was like, not when she put up the little antlers and shit. That was weird. But
I'd still keep those on for the show.
Yeah, you just be like, yo,
for my
show
that I'm filming in my room.
One antler. You just keep one antler up, and
no, I'll grab them all. Grab them all one hand.
Dudes be having fantasies about cartoon characters just to fuck them doggy style, and not even look at them.
Dude, you wouldn't smash Jessica Rabbit?
Who? Jessica Rabbit? Who's that? Who's Jessica Rabbit?
What?
Who's that?
Fred,
who you pick, Fred?
Between Jessica Rabbit and who?
I don't know who Jessica Rabbit is. I'm talking about the question from fans.
Need to go watch some films that you missed out on when you were a child.
Jessica Rabbit's that redheaded chick.
I know who Roger Rabbit is.
Yeah, it's his wife.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I thought we were talking about Marvel characters. Sorry for trying to stay on task.
I'm sorry. I got confused with her and Scarlett Johansson as both redheads in movies.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I would.
No, but the Wasp is pretty hot too.
Yeah, Wasp is.
I like
the
Wasp
chick,
girl.
the chick from Lost. Chick from Lost.
Not Lost. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, we're talking about the same.
Physical
bitch.
inventory.
I never watched that trash.
Physical inventory of silver is out of
that shit.
Dude, don't be trying to insult me by saying Rich watched the same stuff I watched. All right, I know what you're trying to do.
Dude, everybody on the planet watched that shit but me. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
You don't have to give a fuck. But it's actually the first 2 seasons. I think you'll like them. If you really like dramatic music and people overacting and staring like over the camera from a distance,
dude, that's like every last 5 minutes of every episode. They put on that music and people are just staring in one direction as credits roll, and you're sitting there wondering what the fuck you're watching. Also.
Dude, so you haven't seen any Lost episodes?
I think I've seen like the last one, which is the fucking
What the
a
fuck is that?
travesty.
How are you
They're
gonna,
all in
how are you
limbo.
gonna gauge anything from that? No,
Dude.
no. Do I have to explain the
Lost?
ending of Lost?
Dude, Lost was one of those shows where they wrote that shit every week. Every week they wrote one episode, and they did not know where they were going. Right? Am I right?
No, it's 100% false, but I can understand why you would think that by only watching the final episode.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, fuck that shit,
watch the
dude.
whole
Do
thing.
I have to explain? Let me just
The
explain
final
ending of
episode
Lost.
isn't gas, isn't like banging. If it's
It
not
actually
like
wasn't.
the truth,
let me explain the final
it
episode.
wasn't
of
bad, but
Lost.
it wasn't extraordinary. It should supposed to be extraordinary.
So at the end they're all dead, right? But that's not doesn't mean they die at the end of the show. They died when they all reached old age and shit, but because they were on that island, lost on that island together, that was such a significant experience that they were able to create this little purgatory for themselves, because what they did on the island was the most important thing they'd done in their entire lives, and it gave them this fucking phantom power to be able to create a church that they all sit in.
It sounds like
die.
they took the goddamn storyline from Final Fantasy Duodecim. Final Fantasy Dissidia Duodecim. They took that fucking storyline.
Did you just the Dewey Decimal System? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, him too.
Final Fantasy, the Dewey Decimal System.
No, I was listening about Lost.
Fred
I
is.
thought he went to go take a shit. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, after the podcast is over.
That's what happens. You wake up, you gotta take, like Fred says, you gotta take a pee. You gotta take a little pee, like he said he took in the beginning, and then you wait about an hour and 40 minutes, and then you gotta take a poop.
Dude, I hope when you take a shit, that shit comes out like this waveform.
Thank you.
I hope that shit clogs the toilet, and you don't realize it until you've already left the bathroom, and then when you walk in, next there's just shit water all over the ground.
And then somebody in your house yells at you for it.
My cat?
Nah, he's in the basement. He's in the basement. So when they shit above him and it sprinkles into his lair, he's the one hit. Yeah. One time I was at Fred's house.
Oh, Robert Hood CEO is going to testify. That's huge.
Fred, I'm telling a story. I was at Fred's house, and he got really.
Tell a story about you. Shut up.
Yeah. The people who live above him are mad loud. So he has this broom that he duct tape a sneaker to the bottom of, so that he can just like hit the ceiling, and he hit the ceiling too hard, and a whole bunch of shit water from the upstairs bathroom fell in on his couch and his fucking kitchen, and he just fucking left it there for like a month.
Dude, sounds like a wild show.
No, this is what
How
happened
many
at
cats
Fred's
does he
house.
have?
Matt, the governor of
He
your
has
favorite
one.
state's facing a recall, dude.
What's a recall?
It means the people take their votes back and he's out of office.
That's not worse than what you said. What'd you say? The fucking Pearl Harbors, right?
No, we can't. That was
worse
never
than
said.
Pearl Harbor.
Dude, you just said,
No,
Ted,
yeah.
you just said there was too much melanin for Black Panther, dude. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
this.
but he's Puerto Rican.
Dude,
he can say.
dude, am I wrong?
But
He said why
yes,
white
you're
people couldn't watch it because they couldn't handle all that melanin going in their
No.
eye sockets.
No, you're gonna start a race war, dude. No, it wasn't a good movie because
Tell
It
me
was
what made you
trash.
not watch that.
I watched it. I
dude, the
thought
first
it was
30 minutes,
fine.
the movie had ridiculous writing. It didn't make any sense. He loses the fight. Then he goes and finds the guys who are like the gorilla squad, right up in the mountains, the gorilla tribe.
Racist.
And,
Right.
they were actually
This guy's mad racist, dude.
they were actually the gorilla tribe.
You are so racist. It's unbelievable. Just keep burying
Dude,
yourself.
I'm pretty sure.
Fucking gorilla benefits.
Dude. Unbelievable.
No. Wasn't the tribe of the guy who wasn't the tribe that he went into. They were kind of like up in the mountains, and he had to bring them back into the fold.
Right.
Dude, I'm not saying any
No,
more
okay.
on this subject, dude.
You're
are
absolutely right.
Any sponsorship you
Okay.
had, just
You got
went
me
to the
second
floor,
guessing
dude.
myself. Listen, all I'm saying is The movie was fun. The thing that bothered me was that the CGI was trash at the end, and I feel that is.
Oh yeah.
And I said this in an earlier podcast. I'm repeating myself now that I believe wholeheartedly that because it was a predominantly black production with predominantly black cast, that even though they were using it, the studios were using it as a, hey, look how racist we are. We have this black people movie with all these black people working on it. They still undercut their budget by probably $300 million to where they didn't get as anywhere near as good a CGI as Tony Stark gets. Like that whole suit.
Now to think about it, there wasn't one angry white person in that movie.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was.
So it wasn't made by Spike Lee.
But for real though, you get what I'm saying.
Always have like one racist family in his movies. One racist ass white family.
Dude, I don't watch Spike Lee movies. I'm white. Are you crazy?
That's what I'm telling you. It's too much melanin for you.
No, out of your mind. That was a joke. Dude, I love Blade. I love Spawn. Those were some of the greatest movies growing up. Blade was the first superhero movie, and it was a black guy, Wesley Snipes. He went to jail. Dude, Wesley Snipes? What?
I'm trying to think. What was before that? I'm pretty sure there was...
No, there was old school Batmans. There was old school Batman movies and old school...
I remember there was like a Dolph Lundgren movie where he was fishing for bums with an RC car.
There's a Superman movie in 1960. There's a Superman movie in the 60s. That shit's fucking... there's no first. That shit's so funny. The first two... There's only two movies when you're speaking of the first, like the groundbreaking superhero movies. There's only two, and that's The Dark Knight and the first Iron Man. Because without those two, everybody went to see those movies. Fucking... The first three Spider movies, trash. That's my favorite. Batman Begins is the best one, but it's not a superhero movie. It's a guy. It's a martial arts movie. Those no. They're all what George Clooney and Val Kilmer.
No, before that, dude.
Michael Keaton. Dude had that dude had no muscle mass, dog.
Dude.
He's
There's
not
nothing
swole.
better than him turning around 180 degrees because he can't move his neck in that rubber suit. It's amazing. The acting is so great.
That's what I'm talking about, though. It's like they didn't make real superhero movies.
If you watch that movie again, dude, it's so great because you're like, oh, that's why this motherfucker was so weird because he couldn't move his neck in a suit.
Yeah. It's not like he couldn't just move it left and right. He couldn't move it up and down either. So he had to look it down and shit and look up.
Yeah. He has to. He moves his whole body to look.
He's basically like a Teletubby.
It was great.
All right, I think what were we were saying goodbye.
We were talking about how you couldn't watch Black Panther because it was too black for you,
dude. I wanted to like the movie, like every Marvel movie. I wanted to like Doctor Strange, but Black Panther, they just fucked up the CGI. That CGI looked like fucking shit. Brendan Fraser was in Mummy.
It looked like two Spider-Man toys fighting.
It looked like the Mummy. All right, here's three movies where they completely destroyed the movie based on the CGI budget. Black Panther's number one. Number two is I Am Legend with Will Smith.
They fucked that one
Absolute worst CGI ever. It was worse than the Mummy CGI back in the 90s. And
that's really bad.
And then the number three is the Mummy because terrible.
What about the eight Scorpion King movies they made after that?
Oh no, that's the one I'm talking about.
With Chuck Liddell and all this shit.
That's what I'm talking about. The Mummy Returns. When the Scorpion King shows up, when The Rock shows up at the end of
and he's
Mummy
fucking
2.
cross-eyed.
No, and it's basically like a kid painted this thing with watercolors, and that's what they put on as the CGI. That was the texture. That's the texture that they gave to this fucking thing. So those are the three movies where the first Mummy was great. The second Mummy was a lot of fun, and then the fucking Scorpion King part at the end when he was actually a scorpion. I didn't get that.
Were you a Brendan Fraser fan?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Yo, he got sexually assaulted in Hollywood, and that's why he stopped being in good movies.
Is that why he's like weird now?
Yeah, gained a bunch of weight. Yeah, he was sexually assaulted by a fucking dude, some fucking producer dude.
Damn.
And he made him like sent him down like a depression or whatever, and he gained weight, stopped really, giving a fuck. But like in a situation like that where you're probably super depressed because you got fucking sexually some dudes trying to put it in your butthole or whatever was going on, or
yeah, dude, I remember fucking.
You still get royalty checks. Fun. You
I almost knocked somebody out in the bathroom for looking at my dick.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What'd you do? Did you tell him to take a picture? It lasts longer. Then you just did a little bit of a pose.
No, I'm just standing there, taking a piss, minding my own business, and like how this go to like a urinal that's like isolated. This dude didn't follow the rules.
Oh, he was right next to you?
He went right next to me, and then he took a peek.
I mean, taking a peek's all right. Taking a peek's fine, but like staring.
Dude, he took a gaze. He took a gaze.
Yeah,
son.
if you're gazing, that's one thing. Taking a peek, there's nothing wrong with
I called him, and the dude had glitter in his eyes, yo. I immediately zipped that shit up. Dude, I zipped that shit up. I took 2 steps back.
You don't make eye contact.
And I was thinking about, let me
the only
just
time you make
smash
contact
this
in a
dude's
male
face into this fucking this fucking urinal.
No,
but then
dude,
it's just like
he'll get jizz on you, dude. People like that
first
are
of all, I don't want to touch this. I'm not
in
touching this dude.
Always covered in jizz, dude.
So I think I made the right decision and just
dude,
bend my head over and just walk the fuck out.
Glory holes exist.
So I wanted to beat this dude up, but I was like, you know what? I'm like a big ass dude. Motherfuckers are gonna think I'm crazy or something. Or like there's gonna be a panic at the motherfucking
where were you at?
Bathroom. I think it was in like
the Jolly Bee?
Like a Subway bathroom or something. I don't know.
What, like Subway, like in New York, or like Subway sandwiches?
Subway, New York, son.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Yeah, but that's why Black Panther. And you know what's fucked up is I seen somebody watching Black Panther on a plane. They were sitting in front of me and they were watching on an iPad, and I hadn't seen it yet. I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch. I don't want it to ruin it." But I was watching for like 5 or 10 seconds, and it was the CGI fight at the end, and it looked so bad. I was like,
"Dude, the lighting's all incorrect and everything."
Dude, it was so bad that in that
like
little,
you understand like what's going on, but like
dude, it was like a sci-fi
CGI,
original,
it's just
dog.
so unreal.
It was like a sci-fi original, dude. Like the channel sci-fi.
Oh wow.
It was like fucking Godzilla 2000 CGI.
Yeah, exactly. It was so bad, and like that's some dude with money. That's some dude with money being racist. But that glimpse alone on the plane was all I needed to know. I was like, wow, this movie probably sucks. And
Dude,
when I watched
Godzilla
it, I was like,
versus King Kong now coming out.
You know what it is, dude? You know what I think happened? And this is a hot take. Okay, Fred, I want you to tell me what you think of this. They knew, the rich white producers knew that no matter what, this movie was going to make $1 billion. Because they knew with the hype around it, with the all-black cast and all the all-black production staff, like all the people, everybody was on set.
The only people white on set were the people getting coffee.
Yeah, something like that. But I'm not 100% sure on the crew part.
They had no white man in charge.
But they threw that whole. They did a great job putting a movie together. They made a movie, but they knew that no matter what movie was made, that these people would spend $1.5 billion to go see it. And all people would go. No.
What do you mean these people?
You're gonna get me canceled, dude. You know what I meant. These consumers.
I think they fed off the Black Lives Matter hype.
And then they said,
Just waiting for you to say coloreds. Just waiting.
No, what I'm saying is they probably thought this is going to make $1.5 billion anyway. Let's try and maximize our profit by keeping the budget as low as possible. That it didn't need to be as good of a movie because people were going to go see it for the accomplishments, for the civil rights accomplishment that it was. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
No, I 100% agree with you.
You think that's possible?
Hey, if Screech can die, anything's
possible.
possible. Right?
Black Panther was not a great movie.
Black actors playing white parts.
Yes, I agree. We need to make a movie about George Washington, and Idris Elba plays George Washington, and all the slaves are white.
Robert Downey Jr. plays every person in this movie.
Yeah.
White, black, Italian, Mexican, Spanish.
Yep.
He's the only one that could do it and not be racist.
We should have ended this podcast an hour and 50 minutes ago. I guess we talked a little bit about Marvel at the end there. All right, I want to say shout out to Robert Downey Jr. And not drinking
Never go full
alcohol.
retard.
Yeah. I want to thank Fred Sanchezzz for coming on and, being alive.
And let's thank Fred Sanchezz's sister, Riley Reid.
She
has the suck power of Kirby. Oh, who would win in a fight, Jack Kirby or Kirby himself?
Does Jack Kirby have a pen and pad?
Bruce Lee versus Kirby. Stan Lee versus regular Kirby. Jack Kirby. Candy. All right, say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody. Have a good. Thanks for listening. If you got this far, shout out to BNAP. Shout out to
Tedros Sleep God loves you.
Shout out to drugs, winning the war on drugs. Make America Mexico again. Say goodbye, Fred.
See you guys later. See you on the next one.